The Toastmasters Moscow conference is finished, and I have a few more days here in Moscow. So I'm off with a tour guide today. A friend has recommended her. So she will give me the guide in English, and I will be able to learn a lot more about the city and the places that I'm visiting. I believe the first stop, or one of the main stops today, will be to go and look at a monastery. So that will be great, because just recently I was in Lebanon and looked at some of the monasteries, and then went to Prague and looked at monasteries. So it's going to be great to compare those. Looking forward to a great day. Come to a village outside of Moscow. We're going to go in and look at this man's house, and he's been very creative. He was in a plastic factory, and so he has a lot of those, some of the plastic things around, but in a creative way. And the beautiful birdhouse there. It's June, so the spring, summer is here, and the beautiful iris here. And these beautiful yellow tulips here. And all of the houses here have, in the countryside, have these gardens, and many things are being planted. You can see all the vegetables here. We've got onions coming out, and the strawberry blossoms. And
but you know, in spite of the fact that people were very noble, they teach their children to work.
okay.
Yeah, just a very simple way. We're living in a simple way. And once they had horses who got lost, and Bartholomew went to the forest to look for these horses.
Okay.
And in the forest he met an old man, an old monk.
So here's the Church of the Transfiguration. This is the church around where Saint Sergei grew up. And you see that the church is in the shape of a boat. And the idea then is that you are moving towards God as you enter, or as you are in the church. Down here below the Church of Transfiguration, the Saint Sergei grew up in this area, and underneath the church we have the spring, the holy water here. And so that's Saint Sergei, became a saint after he died, and that's his father and his mother. This is all for the Russian Orthodox Church. To go into the St. Sergius Monastery here, and there's an eclectic group of churches from the 14th to the 16th, 17th century, all being built around these walls. Now the walls are the 16th century, and the entrance here is more around the 18th century, and we'll see the diversity, the differences in the constructions of the different churches and the chapels and the bell towers. There's a lot of people here today. It's Russian National Day. So this is the Lady of the Assumption Church, and it was built by Ivan the Terrible in the middle of the 16th century. here we have the chapel that's over a spring. It's called the Chapel Over the Wall, built in the 17th century. We see the Baroque style here. And then next to it is the bell tower, which was built in the middle of the 18th century. And although similar in architecture, it is from the classical style. So kind of moving more to the simple art form. And then from this spring in this chapel, you have this tent type area where you can gather the water from the spring. I have come to the Bolshoi New Stage, a ballet international competition. I couldn't get tickets for any of the shows that were going on. They weren't happening at the moment. But we are here at the Bolshoi. I've always wanted to go. Russian Ballet is something I've always wanted to see. And tonight we have a lineup of female soloists and then male soloists and then duets, all competing on an international stage. Very much looking forward to it.